Hello, my name is Dr. Robert McDougall and I'm delighted to introduce Dr. Sarah Windsor, analytical chemist here at the University of the Sunshine Coast, who will take you through a series of experiment demonstrations, many of which you can complete from where you are. This work was made possible by funding through the Regional Universities Network grant for the Digi Classroom project and in-kind support from the university. The team working with Dr. Windsor today are video producer Chris Peckham and lab technician Mr. Scott Burrow. This is the sort of science that has a real connection for the way we need to think about the future in the thinking we do today.
So this time we're doing a carbon sequestration experiment. So the same format again, we're adding our acetic acid and sodium bicarbonate in this reaction vessel here, and then we're transferring it over to carbon dioxide into this bottle over here. But what we're trying to do is actually sequester carbon, so then we'll be adding sodium hydroxide to this bottle and seeing if we can sequester the carbon dioxide. So what we're looking for this time is to see if we get an increase in temperature or a decrease in temperature in each reaction. So this reaction here is going to be our carbon dioxide production reaction. So we need to read off the initial temperature, which is 20.1 degrees Celsius. So 20.1 degrees Celsius is our initial temperature for our carbon dioxide production reaction. Okay, so once again I'll add my 6 spoonfuls of sodium bicarbonate to the conical flask. Okay, so I now have a bottle of carbon dioxide. And I need to measure the temperature of my final reaction vessel. So if you recall, our initial temperature was 20.1 degrees Celsius. 11.7 degrees Celsius. So our final temperature is 11.7 degrees Celsius. So we've observed a decrease in temperature of the reaction, so it means that the reaction has absorbed energy as it's proceeded, so we've got an endothermic reaction. So one of our largest challenges that's presented to us is trying to sequester carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So this today is one example of how to sequester carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Of course, sodium hydroxide is quite expensive, so this is only in experimental form at the moment, but it at least represents a possible solution for the future. So what we want to do now, so we've seen that we've got an endothermic reaction for our carbon dioxide production. So now we're trying to see if we've got the same or different for a carbon sequestration reaction. So if we could just read off the initial temperature of our sodium hydroxide.
19.7.
Okay, so I've got my carbon dioxide in here and I've got my sodium hydroxide in there. So I want to see if I end up with sodium carbonate and water, and I want to see what the temperature change is. So we'll measure the temperature after we've done the reaction. So now we're going to just check the temperature. You can see that sodium hydroxide definitely does sequester carbon dioxide from the atmosphere with our decrease in volume of our bottle, but we'll just check what the temperature is. Okay, so clearly, unlike our other reaction, we can see an increase in the temperature. So this time we've observed an increase in temperature, so it means that the reaction is releasing energy as it proceeds, so it's an exothermic reaction, which is the opposite of what we observed in our carbon dioxide production reaction.